past the gate. And now we're here. Okay, so I think there are 6 towers, aren't there? Is there going to be like 6 different scenes? Oh, there's a recorder.
On the plane, Stephen leaned across me and pointed out of the window. "Down there," he said. "That's home." But all I saw were patches of color. I don't think until this moment that I understood that one could contain the other so completely.
I'm wondering how long Kate's been here for. How long she survived after they dropped the gas. I honestly don't know. What's this? There's printers. She said something about the printers were going crazy. Here we go.
I watched a butterfly dancing in a strip of sunlight. All of its life contained in a single day. The blink of an eye between the ebb of the darkening tide. Lying there with the pattern curled around me, I saw the inevitability, the necessity of presence born from absence, the constant unfolding.
That's a interesting amount of printers. An almost unhealthy amount of printers, you might say. Okay, so we've done 1, 2. Where's 3? That's 4. This must be 3. Yeah, 3.
I know it didn't mean to hurt any of them. I try and explain why Lizzie tried to leave with her child and why it was wrong to stop her. I try and explain that much of what it did was wrong. It shows me Stephen and Lizzie together. And I'm happy for them. Frank walks his fields with Mary. Wendy and Edward nest together in the orchards of their love. Jeremy lies at peace with his God at last. All of them are happy because they are together. I understand it better now. It is a collector of time, of butterflies.
So, they're all together apparently. It's collecting them. lights in the sky.
I watched the pattern lean in and time slow to almost nothing. I saw the flame leap from Stephen's hand and the moment hang in the air forever. I watched his face. And in the last second, I almost believe he saw me. He wasn't frightened or angry. I remember his expression, just like I remember it from the first time, early that morning when he woke and, still half sleeping, said, "God, I love you." And I loved him as he entered the fire. And I let him go, knowing I wasn't ready to join him. We have held time to ourselves here in this place. Held the light to the ground because we were afraid of the coming dark. But now we understand that to cling to the light is not living. I've spent my life watching the illumination from a million dead stars reaching for me without grasping this meaning. The light we cast transcends our death. The pattern made by our living creates a bridge across the dark.
It's Tower 5.
It reaches out from the shadow of the tower, across the observatory, over the valley, and consumes the world. Everything is light now. Everything has come to rest. The world is scored by the traces we carved into it. Our presence is everywhere, the bridge joining our stories. This world existed before we came to it, and it will continue without us. In the empty fields and houses, our traces radiate, and others will come to dance in the light we cast. We can slip away gently, unafraid, knowing that everything will continue.
She does have an unhealthy amount of televisions here, to be fair. This is Tower 6. The last tower.
end is coming now. I'm not afraid. We have each other. We lived apart from them. We understand now our failure to touch, to belong. But it doesn't matter anymore. Everybody is gone, and we will join them. We are born apart, driftwood on the banks of an endless dark ocean, and we will be carried away by the swell soon enough. But in between, in the single day of living, that dancing in a strip of sunlight, we can find what we miss. The love that makes us whole. The imminence. Everybody found their other. This pattern is mine.
Well, there we are. Everybody's gone to the Rapture. Really is a wonderful game. I love the story. I love the setting. I love the everything. Just incredible. Yeah, it's just. I mean, I'm kind of speechless, really. You just don't see games like this turn up very often. Games which aren't about gameplay, which aren't about mechanics or anything like that. It's just about telling a story, really. It's just incredible. Really, really is. Amazing soundtrack. Yeah, just everything, just really good. Really, really enjoyed that. Fantastic kind of characters, as I said so many times as well. Just for what it gave me, and just nostalgia, and just bringing up the memories of my childhood and my kind of past. It just added so much to it as well, as I kind of grew up in an area very similar to that. And just brought back so many memories. It's strange. Sometimes I'm 34 years old, but sometimes you forget so many things, and then little things like that just jog back memories which you've kind of forgotten, and then they come back, and then it's that kind of almost like you're experiencing it again and again. It's amazing. And I'm just very, very grateful that I got to play that. Wonderful, and I can't wait for the Chinese Room to do another game. Amazing, really. To think that when I was a kid I had a Commodore 64, and just the simple kind of platforming games we used to play on there to what we have now. It's just amazing. And people could make a game, a small team could make a game like that, and then tell such an incredible story. Just a really rich story. It's amazing. And just the game just looks so beautiful as well. Just walking around is just a pleasure. And it's a strange thing to kind of say, but I'm just kind of happy to kind of get lost in there and just wander around and to see things. I'm sure there's things that I missed in there as well, and maybe one day I'll go back and just play it on my own and, really go around and try and find every single little thing I can. Because I'm sure there were bits I missed there. And that's almost what is a shame, but it kind of keeps you thinking, shall I go back and play it again? Which there aren't very many games which I would consider doing that for. And that was my second playthrough of the game. And I enjoyed it just as much as the first, to be honest. Because I played it first when it came out on PlayStation 4, and now played it now. And I completely understand that for a lot of people, that is not the sort of game they would enjoy. That's not what they want to do with their few hours in an evening where they might jump in a video game or something like that. But, for me, that's just a wonderful kind of experience. Yeah, just really, really good. I guess the thing is, I haven't played a game like Gone Home, which I know a lot of people kind of go on about, and might be something I try out, because I think it's a fairly similar kind of game. But I think what resonates with people about Gone Home is what resonates with me about this game, which is the setting and the kind of memories and nostalgia that it brings up. And perhaps I wouldn't get that with Gone Home because it's obviously set in America. But yeah, that was just such a great experience, which is what it is. It's, people can argue and say it's a game, it's not a game, but it's a real experience that you have. And it's great to be able to kind of share that, and hopefully people can relax and watch these videos. Can kind of enjoy the story as well as it goes through, and take something from there. Then you don't necessarily have to spend your, £10 on the game or whatever it is it cost me. I can't remember now, but if you think you'd like to, then I fully recommend it 100%. You can get it on PlayStation 4 and you can get it on PC, so but yeah, I must say that for an indie game, it's sure got a lot of credits. Although I think a lot of this is to do with because the way the game was built, I think it was like an indie studio, and then Sony actually kind of picked it up, and that's why it was a PlayStation 4 exclusive for such a long time. It's only recently come out on PC, and I think it's been out for over a year on PlayStation. I don't know whether it's ever going to come out on Xbox or not. It'd be a shame if you do have an Xbox and you can't play it and you really wanted to, but that's the world we live in, unfortunately. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed watching this and listening to my thoughts as I go through the game. I genuinely, even though I'd played it before, I genuinely had forgotten so much about it. There were little bits which kind of just tweaked my memory as I went through, but not too much at all. And it was just so interesting the way the story kind of changed as you came through. So at the beginning you had kind of Jeremy, the priest, and you have no idea what kind of happened, what went on, and then as you kind of go through, you pick up more hints, more ideas, till eventually you get kind of Stephen and Kate, and you kind of learn about Lizzie as well. I think my favourite was the caravan park. That was really good. But actually, to be fair, they were all really good. Wendy's story was really good as well. Everything was kind of just tinged with sadness, but was actually fairly uplifting in a way. You kind of had Jeremy, who kind of made peace with himself at the end, despite doing some things which could be considered bad, and Wendy obviously trying to find Stephen, and she kind of made peace in the end there as well. And then Lizzie, you had the play at the end there, and Lizzie's one was probably the weirdest one, because it didn't really end with Lizzie. It just, is that the numbers? There we go. The end. We've unlocked it. Amazing. Well, there you go. Thank you ever so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And we'll move on. Thank you once again.